in fiqh, right? It's a good idea to understand how fiqh relates to our day-to-day life, right? To our contemporary life. Because sometimes when you study fiqh, right, you're reading halal, haram, makruh, mubah. It's allowed, not allowed. And you don't really think about the benefits and the repercussions and the hikmah, the wisdom, why Allah is saying this. Tamam? And so for young people who are going to مثلا junior high school, and they see their friends have a girlfriend, مثلا, right? And they're going out and they're having fun, right? They might be asking why Islam is so strict. Why is Islam stopping me from enjoying myself, right? And they're not thinking of, they're just thinking of now, right? Because we are taught nowadays in this society is that you think about right now. You don't think about the future. Who cares about the future? Whatever happens, happens. But Islam doesn't look like that, right? And in this society, we are taught to think about ourselves only, not to think about our sister, our mother, our neighbor, right? It's a very selfish society, right? But Islam doesn't look at that. Islam looks at the holistic. Islam looks at the whole society, the community, the family unit. Tamam? When you look at some of the facts, subhanAllah, and some of the facts that I kind of, the Sheikh mentioned in the paper, and I got them from outside as well. For example, so more than 50% of children in 2021 were born out of wedlock in European countries. That's huge, more than 50%. Ajib. You can, if you sit down and think about the repercussions of that, okay? Because when these things happen, right, you have to understand you have a lot of single parent households. And when you have a lot of single parent households, there's going to be a lot of negative effects to that. When it comes to finances, when it comes to education, when it comes to emotional and physical condition of the child and the raising of the child. In the same year, almost 40% of the U.S. population was born out of wedlock. In 2020, approximately 32.7% of births in Canada were to unmarried mothers. 32%. Yeah, 33%. That's a big number. That's a big number, subhanAllah. Look here. And in Quebec, right, where cohabitation is especially common, 2015, 63% of births were outside of marriage. 63%. This is a province in Canada. And you know how secular they are there, right? They banned niqab and they were trying to ban hijab and very, very secular. Tamam? And you see where this got them to, right? You see where it got them to. 63% of births outside of marriage. SubhanAllah. In Canada, 16.4% of all consensus-defined families were one-parent households, right? 1 in 6 families are one-parent households. Only a father taking care of it, or only a mother. And majority of them are only mothers. Majority of them are only mothers. Think of how that affects the raising of the child. And a lot of the times the mother has to work, right? And a lot of the times, the child is going to daycare or the child is staying outside of the house, etc., right? Eventually, you get a generation, right, that is corrupted, that has issues, mental problems, they have a lot of trauma, etc. And so this has repercussions over the years. And Islam thinks about that. Islam takes that into account.